Are you aware that a single misplaced ingredient can turn one of the world's most beneficial juices into a potential hazard? Countless individuals start their mornings with a sense of accomplishment, juicing fresh beets with the belief that they are fueling their hearts, detoxifying their livers, and securing energy for the day ahead. However, almost everyone overlooks the fact that beets are potent, and like any powerful substance, they demand respect. Hidden within this unassuming red root are compounds capable of transforming your circulation, opening blood vessels, fortifying the liver, and dramatically increasing stamina. Unfortunately, these exact compounds can react violently when introduced to the wrong food pairings. This is precisely where invisible problems take root. Every single day, thousands unknowingly create beet juice blends that irritate the stomach lining, trigger fermentation, spike oxalate levels, burden the liver, and, perhaps worst of all, neutralize the specific nutrients they are hoping to absorb. The most alarming aspect is that these harmful concoctions often appear perfectly healthy on the surface. Many are popular recipes found in cookbooks, circulated on social media, or suggested by friends who lack a deeper understanding of human biology. Today, that changes for you. In this video, we will expose 7 specific beet juice combinations you must avoid, including one that poses a genuine danger to anyone over 50 or those managing kidney or digestive conditions. Furthermore, I will demonstrate the exact method for consuming beet juice safely so that your heart, liver, and energy levels reap the benefits without the risk. Stick with me until the very end, as what you discover today might permanently alter how you approach this healing drink. Combination number 1, mixing beet juice with lemon. Adding a generous squeeze of lemon to beet juice is one of the most frequent errors people commit. It seems logical. Vitamin C, a fresh taste, and detox properties. So, what could go wrong? In reality, quite a bit. Lemons are highly acidic, and when that intense acidity meets the raw natural compounds in beetroot, the juice's pH shifts instantly. For many seniors, particularly those dealing with acid reflux, gastritis, or sensitive stomachs, this mixture can spark irritation within minutes. It is common to hear complaints of nausea, heartburn, or a sour stomach immediately after drinking this, without the person realizing the lemon is to blame. The greater issue, however, concerns the nutrients in the beetroot. Beets are packed with plant-based iron and pigments that are vital for blood building and circulation. These nutrients rely on a stable internal environment for proper absorption. When lemon aggressively acidifies the blend, it disrupts this absorption process, particularly regarding iron, effectively canceling out a primary benefit of the juice. What is intended to boost oxygenation and energy ends up causing discomfort instead. Furthermore, some individuals experience weakness or dizziness afterward because the acidic shock overstimulates stomach acid production, a problem more prevalent in older adults with fragile digestive linings. While a tiny drop for flavor might be safe, the juice of half or a whole lemon creates problems. If you want to protect your stomach and ensure nutrient absorption, skip the heavy squeeze of lemon entirely. Combination number 2, mixing beet juice with honey or sugar. This error is widespread and unfortunately highly counterproductive. Because the earthy flavor of beets isn't for everyone, many attempt to mask it with honey, table sugar, or sweet syrups. It seems innocent enough, honey is natural after all, but introducing concentrated sugars to beet juice fundamentally alters how the body processes it. Beets are naturally abundant in nitrates that convert to nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels, regulates blood pressure, and boosts stamina. However, mixing sugar or honey into the equation disrupts this crucial nitrate conversion. Consequently, the cardiovascular support you are seeking is significantly diminished. You are left with a sugary beverage that spikes blood glucose while delivering only a fraction of the intended benefits. For seniors, this conflict between sugar and nitrates is even more critical. Added sugars trigger a rapid insulin spike, leading to oxidative stress and inflammation, particularly in those with prediabetes, diabetes, or metabolic syndrome. Even honey behaves like a quick sugar in the blood, accelerating fat accumulation in the liver and potentially causing energy crashes. For those with kidney concerns or high creatinine, this sugar overload forces the kidneys to work harder, the exact opposite of your goal. The good news is that correctly prepared beetroot has a mild sweetness of its own. If you truly need to soften the taste, Opt for low impact alternatives like cucumber or green apple, which add hydration and fiber without sabotaging your blood sugar or nitrate absorption. Combination number three, mixing beet juice with orange. On the surface, blending two vitamin packed ingredients seems like a healthy choice, but for many, especially seniors or those with digestive sensitivities, mixing beet juice with orange can backfire. The trouble starts with acidity. Oranges are intensely acidic, and when their acids interact with the unique sugars and compounds in beets, the result is a recipe for intestinal fermentation. This process generates excess gas, leading to cramping, bloating, and uncomfortable pressure in the abdomen. Those with IBS, reflux, or gastritis often feel this reaction almost instantly. Digestion is not the only casualty, however. While the high vitamin C content in oranges is essential, an excess of it in this specific blend can inhibit the absorption of nitrates, the very compounds responsible for lowering blood pressure and enhancing circulation. When vitamin C dominates, the nitrates convert less efficiently into nitric oxide, dramatically reducing the juice's cardiovascular effectiveness. Additionally, this mix places a heavy load on older digestive systems. Without their natural fiber, the sugars from both the orange and the beet rush into the bloodstream, causing sudden glucose spikes. This poses a risk for seniors or those with prediabetes. If you love citrus, it is much safer to consume beet juice and orange juice at separate times of day. Beets on an empty stomach and orange juice with food. Avoid combining them if you want to prioritize heart health and digestion. Combination number four, mixing beet juice with vinegar. Vinegar appears in countless home remedies and detox drinks, so it might seem like a harmless addition to beet juice. However, this is one of the most detrimental combinations possible. Beetroot derives much of its value from nitrates that help open blood vessels and regulate pressure. Vinegar, being highly acidic, can destroy a large portion of these nitrates before your body has a chance to utilize them, effectively robbing you of the juice's primary health benefit. The issues extend beyond nutrient loss. The acetic acid in vinegar can irritate the stomach lining when paired with raw beet juice. This is particularly problematic for those with gastritis or reflux, as it can cause nausea, burning, or a sensation of heaviness in the stomach. Because both vinegar and beets influence blood pressure in different ways, the combination can also lead to unexpected drops in pressure, causing weakness or dizziness in susceptible individuals. While it may seem like a detox move, the acidity forces the liver to work harder to rebalance internal pH, creating more metabolic stress rather than less. For those with kidney issues, this added acid load is especially troublesome. Keep your beet juice pure. If you need a lighter texture, use water or cucumber. Save vinegar for your salads, not your morning juice. Combination number five, mixing beet juice with milk or dairy products. Attempting to make beet juice creamier by adding milk is one of the worst choices you can make. It might seem nutritionally sound, protein plus vegetable nutrients, but biologically, it triggers inflammation and digestive distress. Beetroot is acidic by nature, and when it meets milk proteins like casein, it causes sudden curdling within the stomach. Unlike the slow fermentation of yogurt, this immediate coagulation leads to heavy digestion, fermentation, and symptoms such as gas, bloating, and reflux. Furthermore, milk requires a specific digestive environment that clashes with the acid stimulating properties of beetroot. As your body struggles to break down both simultaneously, you end up absorbing less calcium from the dairy and fewer vitamins from the beets. For seniors or those with slower digestion, this often results in cramping or nausea. This combination also places a heavy burden on the liver. Beet juice aims to boost circulation, while dairy thickens stomach contents and slows digestion. Asking the liver to process these conflicting signals increases inflammation. If you desire a creamy texture, choose coconut water or cucumber instead. They blend smoothly and support hydration without causing the digestive conflict that dairy guarantees. Combination number six, mixing beet juice with spinach. Individually, spinach and beets are nutritional titans, but combining them in a concentrated raw juice creates a biochemical hazard for your bones and kidneys. Both of these vegetables are exceptionally high in oxalates, which are compounds that bind to minerals like magnesium and calcium. When you consume them together in large quantities, these oxalates can overwhelm your body's elimination processes. The most significant risk is kidney stones, Oxalates bind with calcium in the kidneys to form crystals, which can be agonizing. This is a severe risk for anyone with a history of stones, dehydration, or mild kidney reduction. Even without stones, this high oxalate load blocks the absorption of vital minerals, meaning you get less iron and calcium from your juice. Over time, this can contribute to anemia or weaker bones. Seniors, who often have a reduced capacity to clear these compounds, are at much higher risk. Furthermore, high oxalate juices can irritate the gut, causing loose stools or cramping in those with IBS. This doesn't mean you should avoid these vegetables, but rather that you should not juice them together. Eat your spinach cooked or separately to reduce oxalate levels and let your kidneys function without this unnecessary burden. Combination number 7, mixing beet juice with carrots. Carrots and beets often appear together as the perfect root duo in detox blends, but concentrated raw juicing of these two creates an overload that is difficult for the liver, kidneys, and blood sugar to manage. Both vegetables are high oxalate roots. While manageable in whole form, juicing them together spikes oxalate concentration, raising the risk of calcium oxalate kidney stones, especially for seniors or diabetics. Additionally, stripping the fiber from both sugary roots leads to a juice that hits the bloodstream rapidly. For those with sluggish metabolism, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, this mixture causes distinct glucose spikes followed by fatigue and inflammatory stress. The lack of fiber also allows the sugars to ferment in the gut, leading to gas and bloating. While both roots are healthy, they are best enjoyed separately or with low sugar additives like celery. Avoid habitually juicing them together to protect your kidneys and metabolic health. Now that we have identified the combinations that silently negate the healing powers of beets, let's examine the correct method. Beet juice is a premier remedy for liver support, energy, and circulation, but only if consumed properly. Common errors include drinking too much and using the wrong additives. Here is the blueprint for success. First, respect the dosage. One medium beet, about 100 to 120 milliliters of juice, daily is sufficient to boost nitric oxide without overwhelming your kidneys. Second, drink it pure. Avoid all sweeteners. If the taste is too strong, dilute it with cucumber or a slice of green apple. Third, timing is everything. Drink it on an empty stomach, either first thing in the morning or 30 minutes before lunch, to maximize nitric oxide conversion and prevent digestive stagnation. Fourth, freshness is mandatory. Drink the juice within 15 minutes of pressing it to ensure you get the full antioxidant and liver supporting benefit before oxidation sets in. Fifth, sip, do not gulp. Treat it as a tonic, sipping slowly to allow steady absorption. Finally, rotate your recipe. Do not drink the exact same blend daily. Swap in different low oxalate mixers like celery or lettuce to spare your kidneys from buildup. Beet juice has the potential to be a transformative addition to your daily routine, enhancing your heart efficiency, boosting your energy, and supporting your liver. However, as we have covered today, the method of consumption is just as critical as the act itself. Incorrect combinations can lead to stomach irritation, fermentation, blocked nutrient absorption, and an increased risk of kidney stones. By contrast, the correct approach turns this humble root into a potent therapy. The next time you make beet juice, remember, keep it pure, keep it fresh, and keep it simple. Use one medium beet, time it right, and avoid harmful mix-ins. Allow this juice to nourish you exactly as nature intended. If this video helped you identify a mistake you were unknowingly making, please leave a like, not just to support the channel, but to signal to YouTube that real, senior-focused health education is important. Share this with anyone who drinks beet juice. You might save them from a silent health issue. Comment below and tell me which combination you were using and what changes you will make today. Don't forget to subscribe to Ageless Vitality and turn on notifications so you never miss a science-backed tip. Your health is built on small daily choices. Choose wisely, choose simply, and choose vitality.